Hey guys, I'm just going to get right to it. And the question I'm going to be asking for everyone out there who are fans of the show and or those who are also fans of Charlie Sheen to ask. And please comment on the session because I'd like to know, can Two and a Half Men survive without Charlie Sheen? As you know, no familiar news, Charlie Sheen was fired and was replaced by a different actor. From what I understand, though, from the news that I've been getting, they may just kill off Charlie Sheen's character and introduce a new character, which will air later on in the month. Now, keep in mind, they haven't given any details of how that departure is going to work, but most likely it is going to be something's going to happen where Charlie Sheen's character will not no longer be a part of the story arc. That's not my concern, though. My concern is. And if you guys have seen my CSI review, can this comedy survive? And this is a comedy, so that's why I'm bringing this topic up because of the comedy contact. Can this show survive without Charlie Sheen, or will this show pretty much end because low viewership, because it's not as funny as it used to? Do you honestly believe that this show can move on without Charlie Sheen as their main driving force? My feeling, if I had a gun to my head, I say no. The show will not survive past 1 year without Charlie Sheen. And pretty much, like I said in my CSI review a while back, I believe the one thing about comedy that's different from drama is that when come drama, you can actually replace some of the characters, some of the main characters, and it won't miss a beat because of the seriousness of the show, and because sometimes with new faces, you can also bring in new audiences while at the same time maintaining the old audiences. This is a different story. This is comedy, where when the main person, the main driven character, when he leaves, he takes his style of comedy with him. That cannot be replaced. Once that's gone, it's gone. When you replace a new guy, well, he could be good and all, he can be great, but if he doesn't have that same comic charisma, fans tend to turn away. I've seen it a lot with a lot of shows who, to no fault of their own, lost their main characters, whether by death or certain departure. It never really grabbed the same thing. And a perfect example of that is News Radio and 10 Simple Rules. So those are the two shows that suffered from not having the main, the heart and soul of that actor there. Charlie Sheen is definitely no exception. He is a comedic actor. He's good at what he does. But one can only ask, can that show survive? And at the same time, let's be a little fair here. Is Charlie Sheen being a little bit cocky, watching the show from TV, holding a party? My feeling is no. If he wants to do that, that's fine. He has that right. He has a new television show coming up, so watching him watch the departure of the show, it really doesn't bother me. As long as he doesn't go over the top and put himself back in the news again, he can have his party, so it's not a problem. But I am curious. I am kind of wondering out there, because again, this is my own opinion about the show not making it past 1 year without Charlie Sheen. Do you guys feel the same way? Because like I said, a lot of people have mixed feelings towards how things went down. Some people sided with Charlie Sheen, others sided with CBS. My opinion on the matter is they both was at fault a little bit. They both didn't handle it quite properly, but Charlie Sheen is definitely is just as much as blame for his firing as does CBS. Like I said, although I do agree with Charlie Sheen that what happens at his time happens at his time, but when it becomes a burden to where you're not doing a job, then yeah, the employer has to make that decision. And to me, I'm not totally knocking CBS for making that decision, but it does leave a show with a big question mark. And my feeling is they need to get to a rousing great start the first 3 episodes. If they temper off in any shape or form in those 3 episodes, is over, because the fans are not going to stay with the show too long, especially if the show is dry on comedy and it seems to be just barely hanging on by a thread. So yeah, I'm hoping the show do fine. I really do. I really do, especially for the remaining original cast. I really do want the show to do good, but like I said, unless that show gets unless the new guy who replaces him is a comic gem of relief and can be people forget that Charlie Sheen was actually on that show, they're gonna have a very tough season to do it. I think they're gonna get a full season, but after that is anybody's guessing game. So, but like I said, I want to hear your opinion on it. I like to see what you think about this show. Can it survive without Charlie Sheen, or do you think do you think this is like the last season of Two and a Half Men? Whatever your comments are, please tell me. Please put on the comic books comic section. And until then, you take care.